everyone, welcome to Knottyyarnies. My name is Barb. I'm a knitter, crocheter, hand dyer, and many other crafts thrown in there in Ontario, Canada, just a bit away from our capital city of Ottawa. How are you today? I hope you're ready for an amazing yarn haul video. I was gifted some cash from my husband for our 28th wedding anniversary on the 28th of August. And I went away for a family wedding and saved up for to stop at a yarn store, a local yarn store around the area. So I stopped at the Knitting Loft, guys. My son took me, stopped there. He was the driver. And so I purchased a bunch of stuff. Shout out to everyone working at the Knitting Loft. I had an amazing experience. So jealous of the people that live around you that can shop there every day. I would probably be there every day, going in there just to say hello and do a little knitting and chatting with you ladies and gentlemen, because there was a gentleman, lovely gentleman that works there as well. I had an amazing time. It was too short. It was only an hour. I really wish I could have stayed longer, but they weren't open on the way back, so I couldn't stop on the way back. It was during the long weekend, Labor Day weekend, so they're closed Sunday, Monday for the long weekend, the Monday, so we weren't able to stop on the way back again. So here's what I purchased when I was there. Thank you so much for all your help, ladies. I so greatly appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the Knitting Loft podcast return. If you haven't recorded it yet, please do. I love it and I miss you ladies so much watching you. So here is what I purchased. So I don't know if you guys watched the podcast Grizzly Knits. She's in Toronto. She also has an Etsy store, Grizzly Knits, I believe, and an Etsy store that is grizzly.etsy.com. And I bought some of her stitch markers, and that's what she's known for. And it's the stitch markers I purchased are called I Just Cawed to Say I Love You. And as soon as I seen the purple, now there's a crow on here, but I seen the purple and I was like, that screams me. I will use them. There's three that are like for knitting, just to slide across your knitting needles, and then there's a progress keeper. Now what I can do is use the progress keeper on my knitting, and I could also add some lobster clasps to use them on my crochet, but I will probably just use them as stitch markers in my knitting instead. So I was super excited. These were located in the store. If you're interested, in a little basket right in front of the cash. I love these, and Tracy, if you're watching, your work is gorgeous, and I will definitely shout it out every time I have one of these on my patterns or my projects or my whatever. I plan to make myself a necklace with some stitch markers on it, and so I have them, so I'll probably put at least one of these on there so I have them at all times. So beautiful job, Tracy. Love them. So if you haven't watched Grizzly Knits, go check out her podcast. She's a fellow Canadian, a fellow podcaster, and a lovely woman as well. She does some beautiful work. She knits, she crochets, she does Scrappy Sundays, I believe, with her scrappy blankets. Like, I have not missed one of her podcasts. They're super cute. On to the next thing. So I keep seeing these yarn koozies, yarn cozies, yarn condoms, whatever you call them, things. And I even showed in my last podcast that I have one where I'm looking around for it in my, here it is, in my basket. I just kind of threw together, whoops, just a bag, and it just has a drawstring, so it keeps it around tight, my yarn. But there they have these called yarn socks. How cute are those? So I'll be able to put those around my cakes of yarn that I cake up, and keep it all nice and compact and not all over in my bag getting tangled. Loved these. These are wonderful. And I purchased these ones because, hello, they're a beautiful blue. There was no pink, no purple, so blue it had to be. I have this order. I look for purple. If there's no purple, I'll go for pink. If there's no pink, I'll look for the next prettiest color shade that I like. So that's those. And then the next thing I found were, I thought, very, very interesting. I've never seen these before. They're called floops, and they're stitch markers, and they're knitting and crochet notions. You can use them for knitting or crochet. You can use them as a cable needle, a stitch holder, a stitch marker, a drop stitch fixer. They're made in Vermont, and I'm telling you, these are so adorable. So adorable. They're called floops. So this here and here is a wire. So you can put this over so it locks it in place. You could stretch it out so it's straight if you want. You could they twist and turn, so you could put it on your work to show your front side, wrong side, whatever you need. If you drop a stitch way down, you could tie it around and twist it so that it locks in place, so that when you're done your project, you could fix that stitch. They're useful for anything. They also had and these are right by the cash as well in a basket. You can find floops. They have a little card and it has full of stitch markers as well. Like a beautiful little stitch markers, but it was like a toss-up between those and Tracy's. But then once I seen Tracy's, then I'm like, oh, I need to do that because I wanted to make sure to shout her out. So I seen these on the table, and when you see them, they scream Barb. Look at this beautiful flower. It's a bouquet of purple yarns by Georgia, Sweet Georgia. So it's a fade set, 2, 4, there's 6 of them from Sweet Georgia, and they're called mini fade sets, and 80% superwash, 20% nylon. This is the Enchanted Fade. And what else can I tell you about it? Hand dyed in Canada. And there's 6 mini skeins of over 635 yards total. So that will make me a beautiful something. I didn't purchase this for any specific project. I just seen this in a basket on their table where people would come in maybe and sit. And I seen the purple sticking out, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, they're all purple. Mine. So I purchased that. Then I went in with the intent, I shouldn't say I didn't intend to buy anything. I went in, I wanted, the owner took me around, or no, one of the workers, sorry, took me around the store to show me where all the different sections were. Because I asked for slubby yarn. She showed me the slubby yarn, but it wasn't really what I was thinking of or envisioned. And then I asked for Christmas or Halloween themed yarn, and they didn't have that. So next was mohair. So I did purchase some mohair, and then also I wanted to look around just for certain projects. So I'm following along on a Musselburgh knit along with We Share Needles podcast with Kristen and Maddie, and they're having a Musselburgh or Musselburgh, however you pronounce it. I think the proper way is Musselburgh, but don't quote me on that. So I wanted to find a perfect hand-dyed skein that screamed my name, because it's going to be for myself. Yes, that's greedy, but yes, that's okay. So I found this. This is, oh my goodness, Schwendenrot Yarns. I hope I'm saying that. I've never even heard of this. Schwendenrot Yarns is 70% superwash, 25% nylon, luxury sock base. This is the colorway Shy. And it's hand-dyed in Germany. So it's beautiful yarn, and this screamed for me. So I'm going to knit the Musselburgh hat with that. So this is Tin Roof. This is dyed in Canada by Twisted Willow Yarns, And it is a 90% superwash merino, 10% linen, 394 yards, 100 grams. Tin roof. Look at this beauty. Oh, this is gorgeous. So this is going to become a sweater. I'm hoping this is enough yardage to be a sweater. So I'm thinking the love note, the ranunculus, something anyway. This will be mixed with mohair. So I have some mohair here that I purchased that I'll show you. And I've also purchased some before. So there's going to be mohair that is just gray. And I'm going to put it with this. So I seen this. This was the color on the wall that I was like, looking for. Like, it's like I wanted a very neutral for a sweater for myself one day. So this will be like a winter or spring pattern that I do. It's not going to be anything soon, but oh, I seen this and I'm like, I wanted one sweater's quantity at least for myself. So I bought those. Then the next two, I don't think these are matching colors. Oh, actually, I lied. I bought a fourth, so I definitely have enough. So this is definitely enough for a sweater. 4 of those. Tin roof. They're all the same. Then these were the two that I purchased that I thought I could do a Musselburgh. This one is called Pecan Twist. One is called Riverside. And they're from the Knitting Loft. The Knitting Loft has their own hand-dyed yarn section. It is gorgeous. It is hard to pick which one you want out of the wall. The wall is full on top of 100-gram skeins. Then underneath, it's full of sections and sections of mini skeins of so many colors. You couldn't believe it. It's amazing. Like, amazing. It's gorgeous. It's like yarn candy. Like almost going, like if you're going in wanting candy, going in a candy store and seeing all the candy, it's how I felt when I seen that section of the Knitting Loft yarn. So this one's called Pecan Twist. That is freaking gorgeous. Oh, just love it. Then this one is called Riverside. I swore I bought 2 of the Riverside, but I'm not seeing another skein. So I mustn't have. No, I mustn't have. So I just got 1 of each of those. I don't know why. So then I went, they have a downstairs. So I found these downstairs. These are called Awa by Amano. It's 55% baby alpaca, 26% merino wool, and 19% Pima cotton, and made in Peru. Color number is 1103 or 7703, I'm not sure. Now this is showing as red for some reason. It's not red. It is a pink. Like it's a deep, wow. I don't know why it won't show the proper color. No, it's still not. Sorry guys, it's not showing the proper color that it is. It looks red, but it's actually a beautiful, beautiful raspberry pinky color. So it's 100 grams. They're 328 yards or 300 meters a piece. So that equals 100 grams, 3. These are, would that be a DK? No, it's kind of like a sport to DK, like probably a heavy sport weight. If it's anything different, I'll put it on the screen. I'll make sure I look it up how much yardage that is to weight. I wanted to do something like the V-back tee, or I think that might be fingering though. I'm not sure, but I wanted to do something with Pima cotton, and it feels luxurious. Like this is so nice. So this will become something beautiful, probably by next summer. And then the last two things I have are a sweater quantity of 2 different colors of mohair. Now, this mohair I showed, if you watched my knitting podcast, I showed on my yarn thing here. This one is Uma. It's made in Peru. 37% baby suri, 37% baby kid mohair, 26% mulberry silk. It's 230 yards. Colorway is 1909. It is, of course, a I'm trying to. Okay, here it says stitch 21 stitches and 27 rows equals 4 inches on a 3.5 millimeter needle. I'm not sure what that works up to be at all. I'm trying to find one little lace thing here. Usually this stuff is lace weight though, so it's very thin. And it's beautiful. Like, there's no color name, it's just the number. Super, super soft. Like, you could sit there and pet it. So I bought a sweater's quantity of this. And I bought a sweater quantity of Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair. And I'm just going to turn this sucker around so it is. Okay. The color is nut brown. It's 70% mohair, 30% silk, 25 grams. That's 25 grams as well, I believe. I think I said what it was. Yeah, those are 25 grams as well. The Knitting for Olive is 25 grams as well. This color, like I said, is nut brown. And it's 25 grams. 225 meters. And here is it on my finger, which it's the same as the thickness as the other one was. So lace weight. And what, of course, if you don't know much about mohair, if you add the mohair strand, if you add the mohair strand with a fingering weight, it equals a DK weight. So if you're making a DK weight sweater, you just need a fingering and a mohair held together to make a DK weight sweater. Or you can hold, I think you could hold this double for it to be a fingering weight sweater and do it that way if you like. And if you want a full mohair sweater, go for it. It's luxurious. So this is soft, like it's very soft. The other one is even softer than regular mohair because of the alpaca, and oh, it's just, they're both beautiful, beautiful. And it's because of the colors why I got them. I wanted neutrals. So this is more of a grayish, pinky, mauvey type color. And this is more a light brown. Very, very light brown. So I think they'll go with any colors of yarn that I have, one or the other. So that's why I got them as neutrals, so it kind of blends in the background, and the yarn, my other yarn, will be the star of the show. So that's my yarn haul from the Knitting Loft. I got a nice, cute little bag, paper, just a paper bag, but it was felt very nice to go in and come out with a nice paper bag full of yarn. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all your help in the store. I wish I could have been there longer and chatted with you all more. I'm super, super pumped. Maybe I'll get to stop there again one time. That's my first time driving through Toronto, though, in 10 years. So I'm not sure when I'll be back, but you never know. Now to put everything away that I have here. Thank you so much all for if you kept us here and watched. I appreciate it. Watch my other videos. There's a new crochet podcast up. There's a new knitting podcast up. And there's the, as I said, the Prim crochet hook review, my opinion, of course. So watch all of that. Thank you to the Knitting Loft for having me at your store and the great, wonderful service there. Do I regret not purchasing anymore? I seen a big blue mama basket there that I should have purchased, and I didn't, and I'm kicking myself in the butt. I mean, some had to be left for the other customers. So thank you everybody for watching, and shout out of course to the Knitting Loft. And if you're new here and love this video, thank you so much. I appreciate you hitting the subscribe, the thumbs up for all the algorithm stuff. And if this kind of isn't your jam, I also have podcasts, I have how-to videos, I have all different things on my channel. So it's never just this. There's giveaways, there's knit-alongs, crochet-alongs, all those certain things. So until next time, everyone, you take care, stay safe, be happy. I'm saying safe because to stay safe because we're having tornado warnings right now for today. So I'm trying to keep busy by recording all day and editing. So hopefully the internet keeps up and I can actually upload, but if not, it might be a couple days if things happen. So take care, everyone. Take care of each other. My puppy says it's time to go for a tinkle, and he says hello as well. Bye, everyone. Take care. Thanks for watching. Muchly, muchly appreciated. Bye.